Greetings fellow tank commanders. In this video I'm going to be showing you a game that I played with the WZ-111G FT. This is a tier 9 Chinese tech tree tank destroyer, and I'm using the stock package armed with a 130mm cannon. The game I'm playing is a standard battle on Con with tier 9 as the top tier and 1 artillery on each team. For this game my tank is equipped with a gun rammer, enhanced gun laying drive, and improved ventilation. I am using a Chinese crew which has 11 crew skills and perks. So this is my first battle with the tank and I'm using the stock package. So the focus of this game isn't on epic performance, but in breaking in a brand new tank. Some quick notes about the stock package for this. It's got the tier 10 130mm gun that you use with the tier 8, but with a little bit better all-round gun performance. Overall, it's a great gun and I have no complaints about it being in the stock package, but where you really feel the disadvantages are in your mobility. Within 10 seconds of driving this tank at the start of the game, I knew I would have to be very cautious with what I did, because this tank was not going to be forgiving for mistakes made by overextending. So I got one shot and one spotted hit to start off the game, but then there was all these enemies working the ridge line here pushing me back, and I spent 2 minutes here searching for a target, which was extremely frustrating. I was starting to doubt my plan because going that long without being active can really hurt your team. But I saw a nice opportunity here to help repel an E75 that was pushing up on my tier 8 Object 416 teammate. And so I moved up to support him and I made sure to signal help so that he wouldn't fall back. That E75 was peaking just a little too high up, and that's a nice clean shot on his lower plate. I take the shot since I'm still on full hit points, because I want to keep my 416 teammate in the fight as long as possible. There's another one, and now I'm willing to take another hit to go get the finishing shot. That was a painful amount of hit points to lose, but I think it was worth the trade. First game with a stock tank, and I was able to help my tier 8 there kill a top tier heavy tank. The Object 416 is very happy that I helped him out. I gave a little affirmative in response because that was a very nice show of teammate coordination there. I took a small hit from Artie there. If it had been a direct one, I think that would have finished me off, but I lived to cause some more trouble. Sadly, the 416 got taken out shortly after that, and that leaves me a little exposed when this Pershing rushes me. Fortunately, I'm close enough to the edge of the map that the Pershing can't circle me, which ended up being extremely important to compensate for my low mobility. He gets stuck on the edge of the map, and that ends up being an easy finishing shot. And now onto the 110, who's on very low hit points as well. That's 2 in a row. We still have quite a close game here, but the enemy has pushed up quite a bit, and they got themselves into a bit of a crossfire here, and they're painfully exposed to my artillery teammate, so I really don't need to do much here. I just gotta keep wearing them down and holding them in this position. That was another nice shot on the low, but now the enemy's starting to push forward, realizing how much damage they're taking up here. And uh-oh, there comes a T95. I never feel comfortable with one of those things alive, and especially when I'm in a stock tank. I get track damage there, but nothing more, and I'm not willing to take a hit here, so I'm just going to focus on repositioning and shooting from a different angle, which with this mobility takes a lot longer than it should. It's painful to watch, so I'm going to speed that up. Now, I don't have a great angle on the T95 here, but at least I'm in a good defensive position. I'm not able to get in any damage with these shots, but that's not much of a surprise. I probably should have just switched to HE to do a little bit of damage, but it's of no consequence because my artillery teammate gets the finishing shot. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get any more damage this game. My teammates mounted quite an effective defense there, and we managed to hold out against a team that was aggressive right from the start of the game. I think I played a little too passive that game, but it worked out okay. Now let's check the post-game stats and see how I did. For this game I earned 16,000 silver without any multipliers, remembering that I didn't fire any premium ammunition, but I used a large first aid kit and I was running food. I earned 12,338 experience with the 2x daily bonus, a 25% multiplier from the on-track China op, a 3x multiplier from the string theory op, and I had a 3x XP boost op activated. That's not a bad set of multipliers for a first game. This was also the game I earned the Fatherland for the second time. In this game I dealt 3,667 damage, assisted with 470 damage, and destroyed 3 enemies while blocking 1,185 damage. Unfortunately, this didn't earn me anything more than a Mastery Badge First Class, but I am fine with that. I placed second on my team, earning a base XP of 1,316. I managed to hit all 12 of my shots and penetrate 9 of them. There were also good performances by my T-54 and Fatherland teammates. In terms of crew and module damage, I only managed to destroy the engine and injure the loader in the So when I'm using a stock tank destroyer like the WZ-111G FT, I always try to play on the cautious side because it's a turretless tank destroyer and the mobility isn't that impressive, but you can still have a big impact on the game, as long as you're paying attention for those key opportunities. I would have much rathered a distance sniping role for this game, but it didn't work out that way because the enemy got really aggressive right off the start, and I had to make the most of it, which I think I did without having to take too many risks, which is important for your first game so that you just get comfortable with the tank and you have a good impression of it to grind through the rest of it. I hope you found this video helpful and that it'll give you some ideas on how to play your own stock tank destroyers. Stay tuned for more awesome World of Tanks videos.